going to talk about the pandemic disease known as COVID-19, in the other term, or popularly known as coronavirus. Coronavirus is a pandemic disease that has threatened the lives of many people in different countries of this planet Earth. Coronavirus being an illness of no cure yet, everyone is left in a dilemma of not knowing what coronavirus is. Let's see the Minister of Health, Honorable John Kim Yong, defines what corona is in China Parliament building.
Other viruses such as MERS and SARS, as well as the milder variants causing common cold. The medical consensus at this moment is that the novel coronavirus is more transmissible but appears less deadly than SARS. Evidence suggests that the rate of human-to-human transmission of this virus appears to be higher than that of SARS. For now, the evidence also suggests that transmission is mostly via droplets. What this means is that the virus is carried within droplets emitted from an infected person over a short distance, such as when a person coughs or sneezes. If these droplets come into contact with the eyes, nose, or mouth of an individual, directly or indirectly through hands that have come into contact with these droplets, the individual may become infected. To clarify, there is no evidence currently to suggest that the virus is airborne. There are other viruses, such as the chickenpox, which can easily be transported via air currents and do not require droplets to contact the eyes or nose. The novel coronavirus is not in this category of viruses. The novel coronavirus could also transmit through surface contact. Let me explain. When a person sneezes or coughs, the droplets fall onto the surfaces of tables and chairs, and the virus may remain alive for up to a few days. When someone else touches the surfaces of these tables and chairs, the virus can be transferred to his hands, and if he then rubs his eyes or nose without washing his hands, he may become infected. So we should wash our hands. This is also why we only quarantine the close contacts of confirmed cases. For more transient contacts, such as individuals that the confirmed cases may have walked past in malls or hotels, the risk of transmission is low. For coronavirus generally, the person is most infectious when he is displaying symptoms, or what you call symptomatic. And this is likely to be the case for the novel coronavirus as well. There is evidence of limited spread from a person without symptoms during the incubation period. However, this form of transmission may be uncommon and has so far involved isolated cases only. At this point, the evidence still points towards higher transmissibility when the person is displaying symptoms. As such, medical professionals, both overseas and in Singapore, have advised that the most effective way that we can protect ourselves is to practice good personal hygiene. We should regularly wash our hands with soap and water and avoid touching our face with our hands. These may sound simple, but actually they're very difficult to do because all of us touch our face all the time. Even at a meeting when we have on this ministry task force, while I was speaking, I was touching my face until Minister Lawrence Wong nudged me with his elbow and said, "Stop touching your face." So it is simple but extremely difficult, but are actually very effective in preventing all kinds of infection. Potential infection from asymptomatic persons, in fact, is less likely to be from coughing or sneezing directly because they don't have symptoms. They are not sneezing or coughing, but more likely by touching contaminated surfaces, for which masks offer no protection. Wearing a mask when we are well often gives us a false sense of security instead, and we are more likely to touch our faces when we constantly adjust our masks, which is one way the disease spreads. At the same time, we need to protect others, our loved ones, friends, colleagues, and fellow Singaporeans that we come into contact with. If we are sick, we should rest and recover at home as far as possible. If we do need to go out to see a doctor, for example, we should wear a surgical mask to protect others. So this is when mask is needed, when we are unwell and
Yeah, that's how the Minister of Health in China defined the term COVID-19 or coronavirus. Coronavirus being pandemic, it has crossed the borders of China to Italy, USA, and furthermore in Africa, in a country like Kenya and Tanzania. While other countries are on toast not to let the virus get into through their suspension of crowd areas, gathering, traveling from one place to another. Oh, let's see the measures that are taken to prevent the coronavirus, like wearing the face masks. Yes, the face masks. And don't forget to sanitize your hand using a sanitizing liquid so as to prevent you are preventing the virus from getting intact into your hands, and also spray objects or areas that you get intact with. And also don't forget to wash your hands regularly, because the virus can be anywhere, anytime. Yeah, and that's how simple it is to do it. Like for Kenyans, those who are using public means of transport, conductors have taken precaution of this matter through sanitizing their passenger before boarding the bus. See for yourself. This is in Kenya, the continent, Africa. Thanks to Kenyan Public Transportation Services for the safety measures against the coronavirus. Okay, as you can see the video, let's go through some tips of coronavirus. What is coronavirus? It's a group of viruses that mostly affect the respiratory system. A new virus named 2019 novel coronavirus. Quick facts. Anyone can get the virus, even Africans. The low number of reported cases in the Africa is still being investigated. The virus is zoonotic, meaning it can be transmitted between animals and people. It spreads from person to person through respiratory droplets when someone sneezes or coughs. It's possible to get the virus by touching an object or surface that has the virus and then touching your mouth, nose, or possibly your eyes. It can survive up to 48 hours outside the body. The symptom is mostly present with the dry cough, fever, shortness of breath, and general weakness may eventually cause severe symptoms such as pneumonia, kidney failure, and furthermore death. Measures to keep safe. Regular hand washing. Wash more than is necessary, covering mouth and nose when coughing and wheezing. It's okay to hand them a mask. Avoid touching your face. Cook meat thoroughly. Wash surfaces with soap and disinfectant. The virus can last up to 14 hours. Avoid contact with anyone showing the symptoms. Keep a distance of about 0.5 meters to 2 meters from someone who is visibly coughing or sneezing, suspected to have the virus. Let's see our fellow people, the Chinese doctors in Wuhan, having sleepless nights handling the infected ones of coronavirus, and listen to their story. Because this coronavirus has been a threat to many countries, even the superpowers have failed to conquer it. For example, the US has put measures in place to handle corona inappropriate.
立刻就将病人从120的转运船上，带着我们的呼吸机，由他车上的呼吸机过渡到我们的呼吸机和氧气瓶，那么以快而稳的速度，那么送到我们的病房。
湿度还是很低，不能为现在60-70左右，所以现在呢，我们要跟他做成 ECMO 治疗，就是大多数的人工肺，这样去抢救他。
给你拍一下我手的样子，可以了。感觉特别轻松，把所有的负担都给扔掉了一样。
就是疲惫了。
就这样。
好早了。
差不多有14天了吧。我每天印象都很深刻，在这里看。
我们这么多危重病人，现在已经有7个人已经转到普通病房去了，也看到很多的好转的情况，所以有新的，就是说希望也在眼前，就是。
好像我们从一上班开始，我是指我当学生的时候，我们老师都是这样子的，不会轻易去放。
Up to that point, I think you have seen how the doctor are struggling for 2 weeks taking care of the coronavirus patients in Wuhan Hospital in China. Oh, up to that point, I don't have anything to add on, but I wish you have absorbed some knowledge from the real issue by Ali Salim concerning the coronavirus, a pandemic disease that is still going viral and viral, killing our decent people. Thank you very much. This is Ali Salim Abdallah of The Real We Show as the host. Please don't forget to like, view, comment and share. Oh, furthermore, subscribe if you haven't. Bye bye. As I wear my mask, I'm telling you bye bye. Take care. Prevention is better than cure. Bye. Thank you.